Hey everyone, RuthlessRain here with a new series I'm introducing on Pokemon card prices and the population reports of Pokemon PSA cards. How often do you hear people talking about Pokemon card prices increasing? Probably a lot if you're on a collector's forum, and the truth is they actually are going up, especially those big cards like your Charizards. I want to analyse that a bit further and talk about some specific cards. I wanted to go into Wizards of the Coast series and look at some different cards and how much of those cards are actually increasing. First of all, to watch this video, it's probably easy if you have the analysis and the actual numbers I'm looking at below. So click the E4 link below and you'll find a link which takes you to a thread which will have this analysis. That'll help you as you watch the video just to see what I'm talking about, why I go through it. So what I've done is I've picked 5 cards from 6 of Wizards of the Coast sets, and I've analysed the prices from September 2017 to December 2017. To keep this video light and short, how have I determined the prices? Well, I've gone off the auction and buy it now prices, and I've used the average of them to get as close as possible. There's inherently a couple of problems in that. For example, buy it now, if you do it, has the best offer option. It doesn't actually list what the offer price taken was, but look, this is as close as we're going to get with eBay data available. It was really interesting doing this analysis. Like, there's a lot of sales of these cards to start with, and you can see from the analysis that base set first edition has, out of all of the sets I've analysed, base set first edition has just gone through the roof. It's actually gone 34% up in value based just on the 5 cards I've selected. You'll find from that analysis, you can see Blastoise has been the biggest increase. That's gone up a massive 42% in value. That is crazy. Like, 42% in value is crazy by itself, but in a 3-month period, I mean, that's ridiculous. Like, that in terms of a return, if you bought that card as an investment, you'd be so happy. I personally buy PSA cards as I actually enjoy the cards. I take the mindset, it's sometimes great to buy these cards while the card's value is what it is at now. If it goes up in value, that is fantastic, and I now own a card which I may have not had the funds to buy in the future. Maybe I'll sell a few cards in the future, I don't know, but it's not all about like the return. Like, if you start talking about returns on cards too much, you'd sound like a flipper. I just found this really interesting just to know about where the card prices are actually going. And look, if you go through the actual 30 cards I've analysed, across the board there's a lot of increases, but there is actually a few decreases. Like, it is not like every card is going up in value. Like, some cards actually do go down, and that could be from the fact that in the past the sales were, there's a lot of media hype in Instagram or something, or YouTube, about particular cards, and then everyone was going on auctions and pushing the cards up, and then maybe a whole bunch of new cards came into the population, or people just lost a bit of interest, card prices go down, things happen. But for the card sets that's done the most well, base set first edition, I'm not surprised. The crown jewel of the set, the Blastoise for example, I mean, second to Charizard, is just one of the most fantastic cards you could possibly own, even in PSA 9. To analyse across the different sets, we can see that just on a high level, base set's gone up 34%, Fossil's gone up 16%, Gym Challenge 8%, Gym Heroes 20%, which is actually a pretty big jump. Jungle hasn't moved at all, 0%. Jungle, it's not that surprising, doesn't get talked about that much. Neo Destiny's gone up 5%, and Team Rocket's actually gone down 2%. Look, I could spend all day talking about why each set has gone, maybe speculatively, obviously, why it's gone up and down. But I think what is interesting is that overall it's going up. I really like that Gym Challenge and Gym Heroes is going up respectively. Great sets, very underappreciated. I'm not too surprised by Jungle. And actually, Team Rocket going down to actually mainly influenced by Dark Charizard. There were a lot of auctions in September for that card, which went quite high. I think what's happened is those auctions went high when people were just going, I've got to get Charizard. And obviously Charizard's a fantastic card, but I think the cards have just kind of come down now. It could be because there's too many in the population. I'm not really sure. It's all very speculative, but it's just very interesting. I also found a really couple of cool bargains on the way. As I was doing this analysis, I came across a Giovanni's Nidoking, first edition PSA 10. That went for $38 on the 27th of December. That is a really cheap card. Like, it just goes to show you, even with the amount of collectors out there are bargains. Like, there are bargains out there. Another absolute steal, if I could have got it, or anyone I'm sure would have probably jumped on the 25th of August, a Dragonair base set first edition PSA 10 went for $268. If you're thinking, what do you want about? Why is that a good deal? Look, that card value now is probably more around $700 to $800. Maybe it's gone up a bit more, but that card, that was a really good price if you could got it. To summarise, let's just talk about if we owned all those cards, how much kind of return are we talking about from what we've owned? if you own all the cards I've picked at September 2017, you would have owned cards of about $23,000. At December, those same cards would have been worth $28,000, which is an increase in value of 22%. That is incredible for only a 3-month period. When you talk about an annual investment, people would be stoked with 10, 15%. To get 22% in a quarter, that is crazy. That is a serious, obviously, the assumption is that you're selling them, but most people wouldn't be selling. But what I'm saying is, on your investment, that is crazy. Really interesting. That's it, guys. I'm going to keep it like that today. Keep it short and sweet. Just wanted to say, thank you for checking out this video. I think this analysis will be quite interesting, and it will actually appeal to a lot of collectors who want to kind of see where the prices are going. I'm going to expand this into more Pokemon cards, and if you have any questions or feedback or ideas, just put them in the comments below. To answer a question I'm kind of predicting is, can you do it for every card that was Wizards of the Coast? The answer is really no, because it will just take too much time. But what I could do is potentially just focus on particular sets, like base set, first edition, Neo Destiny, first edition, just particular sets, and then I can just manage all those cards. But just doing every card in general, that's going to take me too long. I'm also planning to do some analysis on PSA cards, on the population reports, to look at from a statistical level which cards are actually quite low. I think that'll be interesting, because a lot of people out there love sourcing those cards which are really low, like myself. And just to see what those cards are. I think we already know what some of them will be, but I still think it'll be interesting. Let me know what you think, guys. Any comments, feedback, leave it below. I'd be more than happy to take it on. This is a bit of a sneak peek. I thought it was quite interesting. I don't think anyone's kind of done this before. The problem with Pokemon card prices is that it changes every minute, it changes every hour. You go to bed, it's one price, you get up, it's probably hasn't changed that much. But what I'm saying is, the prices are changing they do change overall day to day. So that's why, this is something a little bit different. And obviously, the prices I'm putting in my listing, obviously may have changed already, even though it's been a few days since I did it. But I think it's interesting. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Have a great day. RuthlessRain signing out. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.